Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the Home Weather Office. It is now Thursday morning. It is the 21st day of November 2024, and this is the morning briefing coming to you from the Home Weather Office. And as I look out the window from the Home Weather Office, it's cloudy and it's raining a little bit. I have on again, off again rain since yesterday afternoon and through the night. And that's the way the greater Sacramento area is going to go through the day today. On again, off again rain. Well, once again, areas just to the north continue to see steady rain and at times heavy rain. So let's start with just how much rain we have seen. I talked about this site yesterday and included the link to this site, the California Nevada River Forecast Center. And this is the observed precipitation over the last 48 hours. As you can see around the Sacramento area, you see these little green dots. This is less than an inch of rain, but more than a half an inch. So Sacramento, as I'm recording this about 7:45, first thing on Thursday morning, most areas around Sacramento have had between a half and 3/4 of an inch of rain. If you go just a little bit to the south toward the Elk Grove area, it's been closer to a half an inch. But then if you go to the east from Folsom through Rockland and Roseville and Loomis, now we're pushing up over an inch of rain. And so you have a wide discrepancy just in a relatively short area. Let's look at some of the foothills spots because you'll see the same thing here. Here's Highway 50, and look at these spots in El Dorado County. 1/10 of an inch of rain, less than 1/4 of an inch of rain. But if you go to Interstate 80, 2 inches of rain. In areas like Grass Valley, 2.5 inches of rain, and then up toward the Drum 4 Bay, 2 inches of rain, etc. Now let's go a little bit farther to the north, up into the Feather River Basin. And here you'll find 3 to 4 inches of rain fallen so far, and even down on the valley floor, places like up toward the Red Bluff area in Tehama County, over 3 inches of rain. But then it gets even higher as you go over here to the Coast Range. These areas in northern Lake County and southern Mendocino County, over 7 inches of rain. And then down here, there's some areas that really pop out. A couple of spots here, more than 12 inches of rain. And into Sonoma County here, many spots around the Santa Rosa area to the north, over 7 inches of rain. Now, if you go a little bit farther to the south, we talked the other day about the Interstate 80 kind of being the dividing line. Well, you even look at Marin County, 5-6 inches of rain. You go across the Golden Gate, 1/4 to a half an inch of rain. It's just amazing the way these atmospheric river events work, how some areas get a lot of rain and some areas very little. And as you can see in Stockton, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, and Modesto, no measurable rain just yet. Let's take a look at the satellite and see how that looks this morning. You can see our AR is right here. So that's the moisture continuing to being pumped in. Still a lot of chatter online about the bomb cyclone. That low is now way up here to the north and weakening. So the impacts for the Washington coast are over. But out here, this is another developing low, and this is what's going to keep the party going into the day Friday and early Saturday. As this low develops, as you can see, it's starting to tap a little bit more moisture down here. So with this low moving a little bit into this range here, it will start to pump more moisture our way and keep this rain going into the day on Friday and into the day Saturday as well as some colder air too, which means we'll finally start getting some better snow in the Sierra, more widespread than what we saw yesterday. Let's take a look at the HRRR. So let's start to model this out a little bit better for you. All right, so let's take a look at the HRRR, and here's the analysis first thing this morning. This is around, actually may go ahead another couple of hours. All right, we'll pick it up here at around 10 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, there's Sacramento County there, and farther to the south, nothing going on. Once again, we kind of have our rough line of I-80. To the north, the heavy rain continues as that AR band continues to pound those areas. Then this is around noontime and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The trend today is going to have this line lift. So while areas like Sacramento and Roseville, well, and certainly Auburn and Placerville will see on again, off again rain through the morning hours, areas to the south will stay dry. The rain is going to be, let's call it manageable, because it's going to be on again, off again. We'll get 1/10 of an inch of rain here and there, but farther to the north, boy, we'll continue to get more than 1/10 of an inch of rain per hour nonstop. Now, as we get later in the day, you can see that the general line, the heaviest line, lifts to the north. Down below it, there's a little bit of rain, but also notice it's raining in the Sierra. It's going to get warmer today. It already is. The snow levels this morning are higher than what they were yesterday, and that means that while we still have chain controls as I'm recording this on Interstate 80, those chain controls should be lifted as we're just going to see rain as we go through the day today. All right, there's the lift to the north. This is Thursday night. Now let's get into Friday. I'll stop at Friday around 6 a.m. This is 6 a.m. Here's that line. You'll notice that places like Mendocino County, Sonoma County, it has not stopped raining. So they've already had 7-8 inches of rain in many spots. They'll get at least another 5 or 6 probably. And the rivers are certainly responding, but they should stay within their banks, at least they're forecast to right now. And around the Sacramento, Stockton area, really not much different from what we're having right now. So that's first thing Friday morning. As we get into the day on Friday, I'll stop at noontime. Here, we're starting to get better rain around Sacramento, finally into Stockton. This whole line is going to sink to the south, and this is going to be a really good rain. Sacramento in the afternoon on Friday. This is Friday at 4 p.m. This is really good rain. We could see more than an inch of rain on Friday in places like Sacramento, and that means in Auburn we could see 2.5 inches of rain and maybe 3 in Grass Valley. The snow levels will be relatively high. However, as we get into the sunset hours, the snow will increase along Interstate 80, meaning that if you need to travel over Interstate 80 on Friday, the earlier you go, the better it will be. Once we get past sunset, we will likely start to see chain controls on Interstate 80, and right now it looks as though Highway 50 will be the better bet as we go into the Friday evening hours, but that window too will close as we get into the latter evening. This is around 10 o'clock, and now you can see the snow spreads down past Alpine County, and so we'll even see snow on Highway 88. So chain controls will go up first on Interstate 80, maybe around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Then by 7 or 8, they'll go up on Highway 50 and a little bit later on 88. So use that knowledge, that information to travel safely. Now for the valley, it's going to rain. Now this is Friday night at around 9, 10 o'clock, and it's raining pretty good. There may be some ponding on the roadways and that sort of thing. But then as we get into the very early morning hours of Saturday, the rain breaks up. That's as far as the HRRR goes. Let's show you the same thing with the NAM. This is that line on Friday. This is Friday at 4 p.m. This model showing the same thing. Just started to snow in the Sierra. It's raining around Sacramento into the evening hours. And then this is at 10 o'clock at night, snowing in the Sierra. So it's nice to see two models agreeing in the same sort of direction on snow in the Sierra. Snow level probably around 6,000 feet at that point, ballpark. But really good rain in the valley. Driving up and down north and south on I-5, it'll be somewhat wet, but going down toward the Grapevine, it'll be fine until we get into the early morning hours of Saturday. Then it will rain over the Grapevine. This is Saturday morning around 10 o'clock. We have scattered showers in the valley, still snowing in the Sierra. So Saturday's going to be one of those days that, we're going to have chain controls up throughout much of the day. This is Saturday night, finally drying out, and now the models are coming into, some agreement that Sunday could actually be a pretty good day. This is Sunday early afternoon, and I'll tell you, this is a bit of a change from what we were seeing just a couple of days ago. It looked as though a couple of days ago as though that next wave would come through on Sunday. Now it looks as though that'll hold off until Monday, and this is as far out as the NAM goes. So, right now, Saturday we'll still have chain controls, but Sunday will be a better travel day. Let's go a little bit farther out in time, and for that we'll use the GFS. For this, I stopped this Friday at 4 p.m., so same sort of thing, snow in the Sierra, rain in the valley, Friday afternoon. This is Saturday morning, this is Saturday afternoon. And as you can see, as we go through the day Saturday, there are lingering showers, but this model too is relatively dry on Sunday. This model's trying to show a shower or two, but then it's Monday. This is Monday morning at 8 o'clock, showing that next wave coming through with more snow in the Sierra. So that's Monday. On Tuesday, there are some lingering showers. And then the earlier models had something in here Wednesday, Thursday. But that's Thanksgiving Day. dry throughout the area and a pretty good travel day. And also notice Southern California going over the Grapevine, that looks pretty good too. There should be other chances of rain beyond that. I haven't looked at this actually all that far out. Nope, that's it. So this model is actually quite a bit drier than earlier runs had been. So right now it looks as though our next best chance of rain once we get past Saturday will be on Monday, maybe starting early in the day. So we still have a lot of this atmospheric river to deal with as we go through the rest of the day today, but especially tomorrow. And for those of you, let's say, south of Elk Grove and into Lodi, Stockton, while you really haven't had much in the way of rain just yet, you will get rain on Friday, and it'll be some pretty good rain. It won't be enough rain. If you haven't had rain yet, as in some of those areas I mentioned, you're not going to get enough rain to cause any problems. But in areas farther to the north, there have been some problems in parts of Butte County and certainly over on the coast. Some rocks coming down on roadways just because they're getting so much water. However, area streams and creeks are handling this pretty well as the major rivers over on the coast. They're rising, but they're staying within their banks because it is so early in the season. So it was interesting. Yesterday I was at the grocery store and overhearing people talking and saying, it's going to rain for the next 10 days. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen here? It's not going to rain for the next 10 days. If you're hearing rumors that it's going to rain for 10 days, I hope you just understand a little bit better from what I just mentioned there about how there are going to be breaks here and there. It's going to rain today. It's going to rain tomorrow. But there will be breaks, especially Sunday. And right now it also looks as though there'll be breaks around Wednesday and for Thanksgiving Day as well. So that's everything I have for you on this Thursday morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.